This next piece is entitled His Story. And to be honest with y'all, man, this is one of the hardest pieces I had to write, not because of writer block or anything of that nature, but because, man, it's just hard to not cry like a baby when I was, tapping into the spirit. It really resonated with me. The words that I was writing was actually ministering to myself. So here we go, His Story. His story. As my Holy Spirit firmly clutches to the everlasting grips of a faded and tarnished post that sits directly upon the edge of my ever-swaying blood-stained banner, I have held on to the faithful covenant that I made with my Father. The contractual agreement to restore mankind has been notarized by the substance, power, and contents of my own innocent blood. I am guilty of nothing but showing love. Thorns and splinter penetrate the small of my back as I carry the weight of my ordained and designated cross. Sweat trickles down the sides of my battered brows, getting shoved and pushed around by the angry crowds. Tears roll down the sides of my broad chin until it soaks the loose fabrics of my blood-stained garments. Dust, gravel, and debris decorates the threads of my ivory linen smock with the distinct blemish of pain and death. Blood, sweat, and tears combine until they blend with the complexion of my bearded locks and paint my holy face with the crimson mask. The polished tips and serrated edges of stainless steel metallic spikes penetrate the surface of my broken skin like butter to a hot knife. A crown of fig needles and stiff thorns dig into the side of my holy temple with raisin-like precision. Blood flows freely from the gateways of my open incisions, flowing freely from the pores of my open wounds until it starts to manufacture a river of life, a river of redemption, forgiveness and vindication for the same ones that put the clamps of these iron shackles on the ankles of my nail-scarred feet. When they were hungry, I provided them with substance to eat. When they were possessed with demons and unclean spirits, it was me that set them free. Walked on water and calmed the sea, raised Lazarus, that was me, and they repay me by banging sharpened spikes into my holy wrist, putting nails in my hands, driving the tips of stainless steel rivets through the delicate joints of my feet. I paid the ultimate price for sins. My scars are the physical receipts. I have acknowledged every question they wanted me to ask. I've taken every whip and every lash. I even drank vinegar oil from the soldier's bitter flask. Not once did I demand for this cup to be passed. And as I wallowed in agonizing pain and discomfort, they all just ridiculed and laughed. My own mother had to witness my assault firsthand. I told Pilate, I am an innocent man, but he just threw me into the wolves and washed his hands. I can still hear them chanting with a cohesive voice of destruction, Barabbas. Let's free the murderer Barabbas, and let's kill the one that made us. How crazy does that sound? That notion is just outrageous. Even Judas betrayed me for a bag of silver coin wages. Martha looked upon my swollen face with an agonizing glare. The residue of dry hemoglobin stained the tips of my warlike hair. My eyes glued shut from the force